Right, guys, here we are, MMA UK News. Stoomboy, as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So, talking about SGI10. SGI10 is going to be Saturday, 7th of May. Going to be at the usual place, Maryhill Community Hall in Glasgow. Again, an absolutely fantastic venue. Anybody that's ever been at a previous SGI, or even Evolution of Combat, or any event at the Maryhill Community Halls will know themselves. It's a brilliant venue, really, really good atmosphere and so on. This time is going to be a little bit different, a little bit more special, because for the first time in SGI history, we're going to have pay-per-view at the event. So obviously the last 9 shows have been building up to this one. So here we are, pay-per-view. Everybody was asking for it, to be honest. As I said, there's been a lot of fantastic fights over the years, over the last 9 events. And they've put on an absolutely unbelievable card for SGI 10. So pay-per-view details are on the Scottish Grappling page. Get over to that. Make sure you do get your pay-per-view for those that can't make the event. Those that are going to be at the event, ticket availability is through, again, Scottish Grappling page. It'll take you through to their booking system. So make sure you do get your tickets for the event. So, as I said, unbelievable event. There's going to be a lot of different styles on show that night. We're going to have jiu-jitsu. We're going to have wrestling, judo. Yeah, it's going to be an explosive night, so we're looking forward to it. I'll be commentating on the night, and I will have a sidekick with me. They've not been announced yet, so hopefully the guys at Scottish Grappling get that announced as soon as possible, so everybody knows who's going to be with me on the night. So obviously my next guest is going to be on the show that night. So Callan Cuthbert of Lycans MMA, or Lycans Martial Arts, and MNBJJ. So Carl's going to be up against Scott McGill. Scott McGill recently, or previously, was 10th Planet, and obviously now representing Ashley Williams at the Drake team. So it's going to be an unbelievable matchup. As I said, I've known both of these guys. Carl especially, we were speaking before, Carl's definitely, his jiu-jitsu since coming out of lockdown is unbelievable to watch. So he's definitely a very, very exciting fighter. And as I said, it's going to be a great matchup between him and Scott. So Carl, listen, absolute pleasure, buddy. How you doing?
Thanks, man. Not bad yourself?
I'm good, buddy. I'm good. How's everything going with you training wise then?
Really good, mate. Like I say, it's been going solid through the week. I feel strong, feeling good condition, and then every weekend you're in, and it's just you don't get a second doing a Lycans, so it's been going good, man.
Yeah. Really good training partners down there as well. Obviously, I mean, the guys at Lycans, I mean, probably some of the top grapplers, or the best grapplers coming out of Scotland at the moment, come from Lycans, Jim.
To be fair, the only guy I respect in that gym is Joke Love, to be honest. The rest of them are absolute cabbages. Not a single man I respect in that gym except from Joke Love.
Joke Love, absolute legend of a guy. So,
hero. The rest of them all can get it.
Yes. I always laugh as well. Mark McQueen, we were talking to, who was I talking to last night? Ashley Wiles from SPG Aberdeen, and obviously Big Mark's up there training.
Yeah.
And he said Big Mark gets it tight from everybody up there. They're always slagging him off. And one of the people that slag him off the most is, I don't know if you have Maria Popovikova, who's only, I don't know, Maria's about 5 feet tall. But I don't know, she must be about fucking 50 kilos or something. And he says she's the one that slags him up the most.
It's a good job Mark's nice, by the way, because he could use it as a toothpick.
So, but I said, listen, Mark gets it down here as well. I said, obviously,
totally.
We used to hear the battles between him and Davy Sharp online all the time, when they would go back and forward. So, and then Gavin as well. Gavin gets it tight as well.
Let's not get started, Gavin.
That's the thing. I mean, Lycans, obviously it's serious. You do your grappling serious. You take no gi, especially take it very, very serious. But obviously, you like to have a bit of fun while you're doing it as well.
I'm saying that, but it isn't just the level down at Lycans, especially Shawnee, Sharpie. Like when Gavin and Mark are coming down, it is like crazy high level. Jack's training with his obviously Jokes in on a Saturday. Because Jokes doesn't talk as much. I don't think people appreciate it in Scotland or the UK how good he is. Outrageous. And I think Sharpie and Shawnee and Jack and all these guys get plaudits because they're competing more and they're more vocal in their scene. But the level, especially there's guys that the Lycans who don't really compete or put their name out there, but the level is just ridiculous.
Yeah. And Joke Love's classes are legendary as well. It's a prison rules class on a Saturday.
Prison rules, even at side control.
Yeah. So they shut the door so nobody could hear anybody screaming.
Phones are not allowed.
So, but it's always a great car. I remember going down to Cumnock. Obviously, he had when he was doing the classes in Cumnock, and I remember going in, and there was Tank was there, Mark Young, obviously Joke and so on, and going in, and obviously I got absolutely fucking done in. Me and Andy Baker went down and got absolutely smashed. Do you know what I mean? And then Joke was saying to me, Stuart, see if the end of this class, if you're not spewing your ringer, you've not trained hard enough.
That's crazy. Is it a bit like you talk about the guys like Tank and Mark Young and all these guys who no one really puts in these stairs share training, like know the level, but then you come up against them and they're crazy, so good.
Yeah. Mark turned me inside out, man. I could not believe. I could believe it because obviously we know how good Mark is. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I couldn't do anything with him whatsoever. And then Joke with the half guard stuff, man. Do you know what I mean? As soon as you got the half guard, I was like, "Fuck, that was it." Do you know what I mean? Done. Next time he swept me over and he was fucking choking me. Do you know what I mean? So, but it was all good fun. It was a good fun. Do you know what I mean? So, and then what about you then? SGI10. So obviously going to be on SGI10. As we keep saying, it's a historic night. Historic night because of the pay-per-view and stuff like that. So there's going to be a lot more eyes on it than what previously was. So how did you find out then you were going to be on that night?
Well, I think there was an application form thing about now a while ago asking for who wants to be involved, and I've obviously been on it a couple of times before, so I put my name forward for it. And then I think it was Sharpie had said to me, he's like, listen, they're looking at a guy, it was Stevie Way originally. I think it was between Stevie Way and maybe Dylan, who was on the show as well, and it ended up being Stevie, which was fine. And then he's obviously, there's been a change of opponent, he's had to pull out, and Scott's kind of taking it. And then so we've said Scott was taking it, that was fine.
Yeah. Stevie had to pull out, so obviously best wishes to Stevie. I hope all's okay with him. So, and then obviously Scott, I spoke to Scott earlier, and I was saying, says obviously the MNBJJ guy. I said obviously Scott training at MNBJJ, and then come up against an MNBJJ guy, and he said to me it was he's been in a position before where he had a fight and then someone pulled out. So he said he would hate it for somebody to pull out of a fight against somebody else. So he said if he was on weight, he said I was on weight. Do you know what I mean? So it made sense. Do you know what I mean? And but he said didn't even know it was a Marcus guy at all. He just seen Lycans.
I don't think I've ever trained with Scott before, to be honest. And he's like he's a Marcus guy, but if he's in through the week and I've got a wee day off, maybe a case of jumping in, see the levels like him up against. We have to put a hammy.
Definitely. Nah, listen, it'll be a great matchup. As I say, both of you guys are absolutely awesome to watch. As I say, your game, unbelievable at the moment. Do you know what I mean? So, Scott obviously is under Ashley Williams now. So, obviously training under Ash. I think he goes down there every now and again. They're just back from I think it was a week in Gran Canaria. I think they went away and they were all training out there. He got sunburn on his feet and all that. Do you know what I mean? So, how do you get sunburn on your feet? I don't know.
That's stack passing at size.
And then, what about you then this year? So obviously 2022, Cal, it's going to be an awesome year. It's going to be a great year for grappling. We're going to see you a lot more. Obviously, we saw you the tail end of last year. So what's your plans then? What do you see yourself doing?
This is first sub only. We'll see how we go with this. Like, let's say I feel good, hoping to compete well. If this goes my way, we'll see what else is kind of open for us. There's a couple of the grappling industries, I think, in Scotland, August time. I think there's the Scottish sub-only opening stuff. We may have a look at that. Any other sub-only shows that I'm looking to, like, if this one goes well, good performance, we maybe get some highlight reels and stuff going, then I definitely see what other shows we can get on and just go from there. Like, training's going well. Everyone at the gym's got a good vibe about it now, so if all's going well, I'd like to keep it rolling. One bad defeat, though, that's me retired.
And then we're going to have ADCC Scotland coming up as well.
Yeah, totally, man.
So obviously Craig McIntosh obviously putting together ADCC Scotland. We were out doing the referee stuff there at the weekend. Obviously met one of the head referees for ADCC, and the vision that they've got that's going to be coming to Scotland is unbelievable. So we're excited to see what happens with that. So ADCC is a possibility as well.
For sure. Yeah, if these things become a possibility, like we were talking about just before we come in, like the level in Scotland is just jumping, and like it's just getting higher and higher and higher constantly. And not that we maybe be able to complete an international level yet, but ADCC and these kind of bigger organisations coming and planting themselves in Scotland with the level increasing, it's only going to help everybody's game and just up everybody's level.
Yeah, yeah. And it's going to be great. I mean, as I said, especially no gi. And I mean, obviously, a lot of gyms done a lot of no gi, but I think Kilmarnock was one of the kind of first kind of insight into no gi that I ever got. Obviously, I trained. Don't get me wrong, I did train no gi. I didn't. I'm not a. I'm a gi guy, as everybody knows. So, but when I came down to Kilmarnock, yeah, well, yeah. So,
give me a rash thinking about it.
but when I came down to Kilmarnock, I always turn up with a gi, right? Every single time, right? And I come down, I walk in, and usually Davy Sharp's there, Shawnee Stewart's there, and they're like, "Oh, you into train? Yeah. I brought my gi. Why?" So, like, yeah. So yeah, we end up no gi. I end up getting my ass kicked for an hour, 2 hours, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So, but that was the first insight I got into no gi, was coming down to Kilmarnock and seeing how much you guys enjoyed it and how much you put into it, because you do put a lot into your no gi training.
Yeah, it's like I say, for me specifically, it was like I was talking about lockdown and stuff. Before, not that it was a bad thing, but I was training probably half and half between gi and no gi, and just through lockdown, and I know everyone says it, we weren't meant to be training, but everyone did find someone to train.
Yeah.
Just kind of focused me in that I prefer doing this. And I don't ever really think it was a conscious choice at Lycans.
Yeah.
To be a no gi gym, it just so happened that the higher level guys in our gym who were taking on coaching roles all preferred it, and we're all better at it, and we're doing a lot of stuff, especially through lockdown with it.
Yeah.
And out the other side, it's just kind of went that way. We still train gi. I mean, I'm about half an hour a week, but
yeah.
I put it on, take a picture, and take it back off. But it's, you know what I mean? But it's still there. We still train gi, but it is predominantly no gi gym. And it's, like I say, it's just because a lot of the kind of high level guys that have been there longer, prefer it. And I think as well, not that this isn't like an anti-gi thing, but most of the big promotions, big opportunities, like you say, ADCC, Polaris, Applefest down south, SGI, they're predominantly no gi shows now. It tends to be, I'd say, from a casual watcher, more exciting product you get. Guys who are like in the trenches with jiu-jitsu, they can watch a gi match and appreciate it, but really get more eyes on it. It's by and large, not 100%, but by and large, it's more exciting watching a no gi match. People watch it that way.
No, you're definitely right. I mean, you can go to an IBJJF comp and sit there all day and watch 300 matches. And out of 300 matches, you'll maybe have half a dozen matches that were absolutely brilliant. Whereas you can go to, as you mentioned, an SGI, a grapple fest, or a submission only, and you'll sit there for 4 hours and you'll be absolutely blown away with some of the stuff that you're going to see.
Watch the white belt absolutes at Scottish Open. You'll see some sights and all. No gi.
Definitely. Yeah. As in, it's always interesting. So, and then Cal, what about you then? So obviously you've been in the game for a while, all right. So obviously trained with a lot of unbelievable people over the years. So anybody you want to shout out to, anybody you want to say hello, friends, family members, teammates, or maybe anybody you don't want to talk about.
I was shouting my girlfriend first. That's Lisa. She trains as well. She's got a shout out. I've the Lycans, like I say, Joe Love, Shawnee Stewart, David Sharp, Jack Brown. Mark can get a shout out, I guess. Gavin reluctantly can get a shout out. There's guys like Robert Pettigrew, guy we train with all the time, who has been in SGI and stuff before, like great training, wild man, but great training. Even like there's Buffy and Erin, and not like even the girls that trained in with us, Lisa and stuff.
Yeah,
they're like super high level and stuff just now as well. But everyone down at Lycans and everyone up at MNBJJ, Marcus.
Yeah, and listen to anybody in Scotland, right, or even further afield that's watching. And any time throughout your journey, obviously you want to train with different people, go out and train with all these fucking Gordon Ryans, Marcelo Garcias and stuff like that. The one thing that should be on your bucket list is a Saturday morning class with Joe Love. All right.
That's Gordon Ryan.
Yeah. Listen.
Joe Love's place to be. Saturday morning at Lycans.
Yeah, fuck Gordon Ryan. Fuck Gordon Ryan, right? Nobody wants to train with him on a Saturday morning in Kilmarnock at Lycans with Joe Love. As I said, that should be on everybody's bucket list, do you know what I mean? So,
Rushmore.
Yeah, as I said, he told me first time I went in, Stuart, if you're not being sick after this, then you've not trained hard enough. So Joke will push you to limits that you never even thought you had. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, definitely hit up a Joke Love class. Saturday, what time's it on Saturday morning, Cal?
10 o'clock Saturday morning.
10 o'clock every Saturday morning without fail. So get yourselves down to Kilmarnock. So there we go, guys. We're going to have Callan Cuthbert, Lycans MMA, MNBJJ, Lycans Martial Arts, should I say, MNBJJ. Going to be up against Scott McGill of Drake Team, so obviously under Ashley Williams. It's going to be Saturday, 7th of May, Maryhill Community Halls. Tickets, get them on the Scottish Grappling page and pay-per-view as well. So make sure you get one or the other. This is going to be an unbelievable event to watch. So, Cal, listen, absolute pleasure, buddy, to talk to you as always.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right. But looking forward to seeing you. I keep saying I'm going to get back down to Kilmarnock. Hopefully,
running scared.
Listen, I'll find out when there's a gi class on, mate, and I'll jump down. All right.
I'll push.
Listen, Cal, absolute pleasure, buddy.
Thursday. That's what we're getting.
Nice. No, listen, I'll be down. I'll need to get down. I'd say I think it was down when we gave Buffy the award for most improved female, so female breakthrough. So, but I don't think I've trained down for a while, so I'll need to definitely get down. Get my ass kicked for an hour, and then stay away for another 12 months. Well, listen, Cal, absolute pleasure, buddy. Enjoy the rest of your training. See you soon, buddy.
Bye, man.
Bye-bye.